Hello, my name is Mix. I'm giving a quick demo of ssb-crut. This is a module that has come out of the work that I've done on Aho over the last 2 years on Scuttlebutt. So what is it? CRUT is short for Create, Read, Update, and Tombstone. So this is like different to CRUD, where we can't delete things as easily in a peer-to-peer space. But we can tombstone, which is leave a marker saying, consider this gone, even though the records might still be persisted. So I'm going to dive straight into an example. This is an app that I've been wanting to build on Scuttlebutt for ages. The problem is I invite a friend over for dinner and I've forgotten what their dietary requirements are. So imagine if they could publish, or I could publish, like, here's what I eat. Do I have a sort of specific diet, and then that's named, and then maybe I could specify some allergies as well. If I want to modify the omnivore thing. So the advantage of this is that I don't have to have that conversation again, and my friends can update their what it is that they eat, and I could immediately just check it. So I'm going to leave out the encryption side of this, though ssb-crut supports encryption really easily, just to give you an idea of how this works. So basically I wanted to make sort of things like database tables within Scuttlebutt, and to make it so that you don't have to write the same sort of reducing code over, but sets of messages. So sets of messages are sometimes called tangles. So let's look at what I call a spec for a CRUT looks like. So spec is like a specification, sort of recipe for how this thing operates. So what message type is it? It's going to be type eats. What properties will it have that are mutable? Title and diet, let's start with those. And what is this overwrite thing? This is a strategy, what I call a strategy for reducing that particular field. So we might have different strategies that we'll see later. So overwrite means the latest update wins. Pretty easy. So what does it look like to use then? Well, probably just look at this line here. We instantiate a new CRUT instance by giving it a Scuttlebutt instance and the spec. And then that instance has methods on it like create, update, and read. So here I am instantiating it with, creating it with title mix, and later updating those fields. So I'll run that and see what that looks like. Like this. So what's kind of interesting about this is we've got this states thing, which is an array. So this is here because you can have divergent states within a CRUT record, and that's because you could have people concurrently editing. So we're working on automated merges with some of these things and conflict detection. It's kind of outside of the scope of this talk at the moment. Yeah, this is the key for this is the message ID for the most recent update in this particular branch. So if there's any one of you editing it, then there's any one of those states. So where CRUT really shines is when you want to extend things. So say I want to add allergies. We're going to use another strategy called simple set. It's called simple set because it's the sort of simplest implementation. There's a complex one which does other things I don't want to talk about right now. So yeah, that's it. Allergies added now. So this code still works, but you can see now that there's like an allergies field that's been added when you read out the results. And you can, the signature of allergies is a little bit different. So it's like this. Because you could add multiple to the set at once, and you might want to call adds and removes. So crayfish, say. And crayfish. So if you wanted to remove, I'll leave this one alone. But yeah, if you want to remove, you just do it like this. And you'll see that fish wasn't in there, so there's nothing to remove. And you can add multiple here as well, like Bijua is a fruit I like. I'm not allergic to. Yeah, so that's modifying a spec. What else can I show you? So I've only got intolerances. I think yeah. So you can also add further detail to some of these specs, so to these strategies. So you can add like validations on the schema, like the values. And this is just straight JSON schema here. The value must be of type string, and you can like pin it down to this, or this. But you could also do like things like pattern, like it has to start with an @ this is just like a regex pattern, if that makes sense for a particular use case. But yeah, enum's quite nice. And that means that if I, for some reason, I type omnivore or whatever, oops, then it errors. I don't think oh yeah, diet schema doesn't match. Yeah, so it still continues to read. It's just that update was never published, so you can see there's no diet recorded. Cool. So what else do I want to say? CRUT also supports like async await style code, and it's really easy to roll into a if you want to make a scuttlebutt or a secret stack plugin. Here's what it would look like that, and then using it would look like this. It's registered now under the sort of eats sort of domain on that scuttlebutt mega object. What else do I want to say? Oh, this only that this repo can be found here, and you might also want to check out ssb-crut authors. This is a module that wraps ssb-crut and adds authorship. So you can define who's allowed to edit a CRUT, from anyone to, you can say anyone can edit, to only these people are allowed to edit, and you can say only these people from this point in their timeline up until now. So you can remove people as well, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's all. Hope you enjoy it.